Hey all, my name's George Flanagan. I'm from Greenwood, Indiana. I have backgrounds in German, English, and Irish ancestry. You can tell the Irish from the last name Flanagan, sounds like Finnegan, which is a very heavy Irish last name. So if we're going to get into it, family issues. I had family issues growing up, which led to a lot of social issues. I was a very awkward kid in school is basically what I'm getting at. And growing up, didn't have a lot of friends. Friends I had was really weird with. We're not going to get into that too much. But I didn't really start to kind of figure myself out till soccer, which was my sophomore year of high school. I joined a team and I started playing soccer. We weren't good. We lost a lot. But I played my sophomore and junior years, and 1 year was JV, the second year was varsity. Met a lot of really cool people, combined with some athletic classes, such as APC, Advanced Physical Conditioning, led to a love of fitness, which is what I'm doing now as my exercise science degree. While I was at soccer, I started to meet some of my friends from Xbox, actually, which are my core friend group today back home in Greenwood. We played games all the time. I met them through each other and then just kind of like met a guy who knew a guy kind of thing. And we all became friends that way. And I didn't really have a good friend group until I met them. So definitely putting myself out there helped me to find some better stuff for myself there. Film courses. I took film courses in high school. That definitely helped me become more comfortable with who I was. And those courses taught me a lot about filmmaking. I met some people that were really neat, learned a lot of new things, got to go and do things. You know, when you're filming things, you get to go on site to places. So I got to go places, had excuses to be places that wouldn't really get to visit otherwise. So that was really fun. Got to put myself out there a little bit. And then from there, I got involved in the musical my junior year. And that sparked an interest in theater. And just a lot of great things happened during that time because of the theater. And I found a love for that, which led to me joining choir my senior year, which is another great experience. Just picking up something else that I could do, learning a new skill, which is always fun to do, is to learn new things and experience that. I joined track my senior year in the spring. At the very end, I wanted something to do, and it was the most challenging thing I've ever had to do. But I learned more about myself because of it, again, because it pushed me to be more determined, I guess is the best word I'm looking for here, because I had to adapt to more difficult workouts, more rigorous things to do, which was very difficult for me to advance up to, especially coming from a soccer team which didn't win very many games. But it did spark a love of running, and it sparked more of a love of fitness, which continued to kind of push me towards the career that I'm heading towards now. So in college, looking at the college grand scheme of things, it's only been a short time here. It's only been a year. Well, it's been a year already. But college has already taught me so much about myself and the person that I want to be. I've completely changed now from the person that I was when I entered college. I've learned, just to list some things off, I've learned how to handle confrontation. I've learned how to handle relationships better. Learned how to handle my mistakes. I've learned how to recover from them, how to admit responsibility, take responsibility for my actions. And the biggest takeaway here that I'm going to focus on is I figured out who I want to be and how I want to get there. So if we're looking at this course in particular, one takeaway is what I just stated, would be where I'm at now and where I want to be, and how do I get to where I want to be. I've reflected in on myself, and I began to determine the person that I am now and where I want to be. And I'm not yet the person that I want to be. And I've determined that kind of getting where I want to be is going to take a lot of time and effort, and that's something that I need to kind of put forth. And it's important to realize that. Through this class, I've reflected on some strengths, some weaknesses, some main focus points for the future, which will help me kind of develop that person that I want to be, that I want to focus on. I also determined through this course, one of the biggest things this year was that I'm not really fit for the job I thought I was ready for. And because it kind of comes from the fact that the reflections that I always did on myself for these activities we did in class showed that I was not who I was, and I'm not where I want to be. And it came down to, if I'm not really sure of myself, how am I supposed to help other people? Because a peer academic helper needs to be able to help other people, and they need to be comfortable with themselves to be able to provide advice, sound advice, to other people going through the same problems. And I'm still figuring out how I'm going to deal with problems, so how would I be able to help other people deal with those same problems if I can't even find the solutions myself right now? So that was definitely something to reflect on in this class, and it was important for me to learn that. So it was an adult decision that I wasn't really ready to move on to this point. So doing the course justice, it did open my eyes to make an adult decision and realized that I'm not qualified for the end result that it was leading towards. All right. So a big thing that's what I've learned about myself through the things explored in this course is that a lot of the comfortability I'm looking for, that I'm trying to like find in my own skin, will come from figuring out completely who I am. So this is weird to say, kind of like how to explain it, but I act like a different person around different people. I kind of mold myself based on who I'm around. So it's one of those I guess survival, quote unquote, techniques I've adapted my whole life to handle people, to be socially accepted, to just kind of get on in life. A quote from one of my favorite films, V for Vendetta, kind of summarizes this perfectly. The quote is, "If you wear a mask for so long, you forget who you were beneath it." I look forward to a future where I can continue unraveling who I am from beneath that mask. Thank you.